the goals total to be like 9. Empoli. Empoli versus, I'm going to explain why. Empoli versus Torino. We got Empoli at plus 185, Torino at plus 155. Empoli last week, 2-0 down, come back, win 3-2. Torino score 4 away from it and do not even pick up the 3 points. They shared 8 goals. Unbelievable. The total now, how is this total? In fact, how have I not gone for this? Or I must have gone for this.
Can I talk this game first, Flash? You asked me first.
Yeah, put your hand up like you're in class. Over 2.5 is at minus 120. The draw is at plus 235. Matt, is there a chance this game's 2-2?
I don't really think so. I really don't think so. I think this is absolutely mad that you think this is going to go over 2.5 so confidently. Because I think the most definite play on this board right here is Torino not to score 2 goals. I mean, they literally scored 31% of their road goals yesterday. They scored 31% of their goals on the road this entire season yesterday.
That breeds confidence. 4 goals? That breeds confidence to them strikers that have been like getting 1 in 4, and now all of a sudden.
How many penalties did they get though?
Yeah, because you don't get penalties if you're not in the area, so that shows you attacking intent.
That's true, but to me, that game almost says more about Atalanta than it did about Torino. I still don't trust Torino. I think this game probably draws. I think this is probably a 1-1 draw.
Me too.
I'm going to be honest. I definitely don't want to take Torino to score 2 goals because they've done it twice all season on the road, and I think there's definitely going to be some recency bias because of this. But also, you have to think they're on short rest because they just played midweek too, right?
Yeah.
And so I would give the edge to Empoli just a little bit. But I will say for this game, this is actually my favorite play of the entire week. Is actually corners.
Or we'll find out.
It is. I actually added a banker for this week. Oh. So Empoli corners over team total over 4.5 for Empoli on the season. It's hitting in 76% of their home games. Torino has only hit over 4.5 corners in 30% of their road games. And I mean, the corner tallies on these games have not even been close lately. Torino have lost 3 straight corner battles. They've lost 4 out of the last 5, including 8-0 in the corner battle yesterday. Empoli has won 3 straight corner battles. They are playing excellent at home, at least when it comes to corners, as they have been all season. They've only lost 2 out of their last 10 corner battles at home. And the spread is at pick'em. And so technically you don't even need them to win. We just, even if they tie, we take a push here. So
how can you tie with over 4.5 corners?
Well, I'm just giving you the stats on the season. So I'm taking the corner spread, which is it looks exactly like this handicap, just flipped. So Empoli's minus 120 on the corner spread, Torino's plus 100.
Oh, I get it. So basically, Empoli just to have more corners than Torino.
Yeah, if they both have 5.
120.
Exactly. They both have 5, I'll take a push. But
Excellent.
I think this is a great play.
Yeah, that's the right play because Empoli will be a lot more attacking than Torino.
Yeah, especially if Torino does, come out like they did yesterday and do take the lead early into the game, then I definitely like this play a little bit more.
Okay, Michael Makeda saying, I think Torino scored twice. Mina, are you in agreement? Do you think Torino scores twice? Because if you do, you're going to get plus 125.
I mean, listen, the reverse fixture was 2-2, but it was
Torino. Oh, there's an omen. I didn't even know that. I couldn't remember that.
But it was at home. Here's the thing. I can't actually figure out who wins this because Empoli have been better on the road. Torino have been better at home. So effectively, they're both in sort of like, bad ground, if that makes sense. I do agree with everything that Matt is saying. I just don't see Torino scoring lots of goals away from home. They tend to become even more defensive than usual. And that game was interesting as well, because from a tactical point of view, Juric is a disciple of Atalanta's Gasperini. He trained under him. So they know each other, very well at the end of the day. So wait, they did play Atalanta, or have I lost my mind?
No, you did, yeah, 4-4.
Yes.
So there is an ability to tactically adjust to one another very quickly. And so that's also something that comes into play. And so that cannot be something that changes your thought on the game. For me, I think this is probably a 1-1. I think it's going to be a draw. That's the only thing that makes me think. And plus 235, it's an interesting. I mean, 3 of the last 6 games that these two took on has ended in a draw. So I'm interested to see what happens there. But Empoli also sold Torino, their player in Samuele Ricci, and I wonder whether he's going to try to do something against his former team to show them what they missed out on.
Okay, Mihalo basically says in the chat, are the betting on corners a little risky, having in mind that this game is not important for both teams? First of all, Mihalo, and I hope I've pronounced your name right, Matty is not some clown who's just wheeled off the streets, and this is his banker. His record is 20 units out. You don't need to interrupt me, Matty. I'm fighting your corner here. Okay. Well, you know, when I say you don't have to interrupt me, that means you don't have to keep talking. Okay. Mihalo, Empoli, their DNA is scary. They have to go forward. They have to play on the front foot. And it's his banker, and he's 20 units up. Sometimes it's best not to question, just listen. And he hasn't like gone, oh, I think I'll bet that. You know what I mean? It says that Empoli should be favourites, and you're getting the push as well for a draw. Sorry to interrupt you, Matty.
I'm sorry. I just feel like most of these games really just haven't mattered the last few weeks, and the ones that do are the ones where the teams that need to win just don't win. Like, look at the top of the table. You have you have Milan, you have Inter, you have Napoli, you have Juventus, Roma, Lazio, Fiorentina at Atlanta, and even Verona in 9th place. I mean, what have any of those teams done in the last 3 weeks that has made you go, wow, they have been playing excellent? Absolutely nothing. Yeah. So I don't care that this game doesn't mean anything. I really don't. I really don't. And even in Asia yesterday and the AFC Champions League, there were so many games that didn't matter yesterday that had 7 goals, 8 goals, the last 2 days actually. So I feel like it's a little bit more to it than that. Both of these teams are kind of in weird spots, right? Like, you have one of these teams in 11th place, you have the other one in 14th. So their position's pretty secure. Mm-hmm. So right now they're just playing to win, right? Like, they just want to get some more wins on their resume. Yeah, Empoli at home.
Money, the higher you are in the table, so 10th and 9th, there's a difference in how much money you get from the league.
Yeah, exactly. So
and Serie has been crazy all season, by the way. Hence the reason that we still have no real idea on who's going to win and who's going to come third.
I'm not saying I'm guaranteed going to win that play. I just really do like that play. So,
no,
so don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, put all the marbles on it, but I do like it. I think it's a good play.
No. Okay, thank you. Official pick, please. There you go. Empoli corners is a pick'em. Minus 120. So what you want to do is have Empoli having more corners and Torino. I'm going to follow you in there, Matty, as well.